you doing?
I just want to ask about your defensive secondary. I know you had a bunch of guys that were uncertain going into things. And we saw that Winfield left. But I want to ask you about him and Mike Edwards and just where they stand right now.
Winfield's day-to-day with his ankle. He didn't finish the game, obviously. Mike played half the game. As he gets in better shape, hopefully gets healthier this week, he'll play a lot more.
The Bengals special teams coach said he noticed Giovanni Bernard take one snap as a personal protector in the pregame, and that they were alerted when he went in the game that it was going to be a fake. Did Giovanni try to call off that play and no one got the message, or was there anything like that happened?
Well, there was no call off. It was just a mistake, and we talked about it in the meeting, and we corrected it, and we moved on from there. It doesn't. We talked about it in the meeting. That's for us. We don't really divulge that kind of stuff. So it didn't work. That's the bottom line.
Gio had kind of taken ownership after the game and said it was on him. That there's nobody else involved in what went wrong, is there?
No, but he took ownership, so we move on from it. He made a mistake.
Coach, we saw that Leonard had 19 more snaps than Rashad at running back. Was that by design or just kind of the way the game was going?
It's kind of how it worked out. It wasn't by design.
You've had, obviously, turnovers were a big story the last few weeks. Tom was really good with the ball, and in the last 3 weeks, he thinks that's 7 turnovers. How much is your quarterback hurting your team right now with turnovers?
No, turnovers hurt any team. It's hurting us big time, whether it's the quarterback, whether it's a fumble by the running backs, whether it's special teams, or whether it's defense not getting them. Turnovers are big for us not winning right now because they're crucial in keeping the short field. I think the short field yesterday probably was the whole second half, and it's hard to play a team like that with that kind of talent and play on half the field.
Todd, you're getting ready to probably play another young quarterback. You played young guys all throughout the season, and you haven't had a lot of success. Is it difficult to plan out for guys you don't have a lot of film on? Did the other teams scheme up differently when they're playing young quarterbacks?
I'm sure they do some things that tailor to their strengths, but you're playing a scheme, so you don't ever play against the quarterback. They do a good job of managing the game for them and doing certain things that doesn't put them in jeopardy of just airing the ball out.
The first half was probably the best you guys have done in a long time of getting Mike Evans involved in the offense. Had 5 catches for 83 yards in the first half. Is there something Cincinnati did defensively to shade a safety to his side, or to adjust things to have him have no catches in the second half?
No, they adjusted a few things. A couple times we had him open, or we didn't have time to protect him, or the read went the other way. So, a lot of things came about in that.
How close was Tristan this past weekend? Is he in play at all for Arizona?
We'll see how he looks this week. He moved around some last week. We'll try to ramp up his rehab and see where he stands.
Is Wirfs in play the same way? Is Vita the same way?
Who was that?
Vita.
Vita's probably a little behind Tristan right now.
We've talked a lot about the NFC South. You've still got a 1-game lead. I don't know if surprised is the word, but when you look at the division itself, why do you think it's had such a rough go? Is it the quarterback position, not Brady, but the other team is still trying to figure out who their guy is, or what do you attribute to such a down division?
I don't know. We've been beating each other up, and then we just haven't been doing well out of the division. We haven't been winning. That's my main concern. I don't really worry about the rest of the division, but it turns out that we're all in the same boat, and we're all fighting to survive.
How have you played a game on Christmas Day before? What's that like to have to, obviously, put things aside to have a game, especially away from home like this?
Well, if you're on the road, it's kind of tough because ain't nothing on in the hotel but the Yule log. But other than that, you kind of focus and refocus it, and it's kind of like playing on Thanksgiving a little bit. Everybody's there. If you're at a home game, everybody's there, and you got your family and everything. If you're on the road, all you have is each other. You get bonding time, and you go play the game.
At this point in his career, Brady clearly doesn't have a lot of mobility. How much does that affect what you do on offense and what you can't do on offense?
I don't think it affects anything. I mean, he didn't come in running a 4.4 when we got him. So, we have our stuff tailored around him and what he can do. he's mobile enough to move in the pocket, whether it's one step or 2 or 3 steps to the left or right, and to make plays. And we got to protect him better, and then we got to get open, and he's got to get rid of the ball as well.
Todd, you've had 2 games with Devin Tompkins handling the returns. Just want to see how you felt about that, and if you want him to be your guy moving forward.
We think we like him. He's got to understand he can't score on every play. Sometimes it's better just to go forward and get some yardage, and he'll learn that going forward, and he'll be better. I'm comfortable with him back there, and I think he has a good upside.
You can't replay the game, but if you look at the first half, I mean, there was creativity in the offense. Some end around, you had a lot of motion, you got scored 17 points. And I know you have to watch the second half too, but there's got to be some positives that you're taking from what your offense did against Cincinnati, right?
Well, it shows us how good we can be. It shows you how good you can be if you be consistent. So there's a bright spot there. Obviously, we lost the game, so there's nothing that replaces that. But going forward, it shows you what we can do.
Anything else?
Thanks.
Thanks, Todd.